Yo, Jenny gang, what it do? So we are finally back for a Jenny Gang YouTube production. Y'all already know it's 2025. Everybody knows to hit the like button if you're not a hater on a YouTube video. Comment on my commentary and subscribe to the channel. We're getting ready to grow again. So, for starters, y'all, how are y'all, YouTube Jenny Gang? I have been over on TikTok and Facebook doing content, and I am going to put some effort into adding my YouTube as a third way of doing content. So I want to make sure y'all know I haven't been missing from the internet, but I have been missing from YouTube, and I apologize. Sorry for the wait. So what I want to talk about today, y'all, is Dutchess and Frenchmen, or the couple from Georgia that had the online feud on Facebook and ended up both being unalived. So for starters, RIP to Dutchess. There have already, y'all, probably been a cool 100,000 videos made on this subject by now, and they're gonna keep coming out, right? But Jenny Gang gonna offer her opinion on it because it's a wild story that I can't seem to get out of my mind. So for starters, y'all, Frenchmen, Shamarcus, I believe was his real name. My opinion, this guy was just bad news, start to finish. In prison. From my understanding, that's probably how they met, because Dutchess was a CO, and this dude just seemed like he was one of them dudes that hated men. Now, I'm not suggesting anything about his sexuality because I don't know anything about his sexuality, but sometimes when men just can't stand women like that, they do be DL. I don't know. All right. Both families, now, y'all, I want y'all to know that I know both families are, let's look a little dim. Both families are making their rounds on the internet, taking up for the two, right? Which you should do that. If that's your people, you should do that. But I'm sorry, y'all, I can't unsee the monster in DeMarcus Frenchman, just based on even how he was talking to her on that live, like threatening her. Oh, you know, it was just so disrespectful and scary to me. Now, Dutchess was being a little aggravative, you know, hyping it up, being a little immature, what have you. But from my understanding now, that was like a defense mechanism for how scared she is of him. And y'all, as we can see, her fear of him was completely justified. She is gone. This man can come online, host a whole live, cooking and telling everybody every dirty laundry about her, including the fact, y'all, about the STD. Please don't get on me YouTube about that. Her sleeping around, etc. And she just came to give him a little bit of that energy, like, oh, because I mean, you on here spilling all her beans, which I don't know if he was realizing, y'all, him spilling her beans was him spilling his own beans. I don't know if he ever got to that conclusion, but yeah. So for y'all who don't know the story, I'm sure you do. This feud was going on Facebook. They're going back and forth. He's telling things about her. She's jumping in the background saying this, that about him. And so I guess she got tired of him airing out all her business, y'all, and she finally decided to say something just to give him a little clue. Boy, I know stuff about you too. So she gets the phone. She mentions Obi. Y'all, I've seen the correct name, but I keep saying the wrong thing. Obi. She mentioned this guy's name, and it clearly, at first it wasn't clear. Now that I rewatch it, it's clear that it set Frenchmen off. So the internet does their due diligence and figures out that she was letting him know, I will tell live about your secret about Obi. So the secret about Odie, y'all, turns out Frenchmen and Odie were best friends, getting a bag together. Well, excuse me, Odie was getting a bag and breaking the Frenchman off because that's his homie, right? That's what you do with your best friend. You eat, you make sure they eat. How does Frenchmen repay him by setting him up and having him unalived. It is even said, y'all, all this stuff is alleged. None of this stuff happened in front of me. All of this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. It is said that not only did Frenchmen, aka Shamarcus, set Odie up, he made it his business to tell Odie's mom at the funeral, we're gonna find out who did this, etc. Y'all know. Just adding insult to injury. But anyways, Dutchess was getting ready to tell the live that, or at least hint it to the live, to the point where if you in their town, you would know what she was probably getting ready to say. So everyone's thinking her fate was sealed the moment that she brought that up, and obviously it probably was. So what happens, y'all? The live ends. The live ends in violence. I think they had more than one live that day. So I don't know if this one was the one where it kind of shook at the end and they started another one, and then that was the one that ended before the stuff. But y'all, a lot of people are thinking that he pow-powed Dutchess. No, it's coming out that he beat her to unaliving. He did not shoot. He didn't do that. So what happened, I think, is that he was riding around, running from the police in his Dodge Challenger, and he ended up unaliving himself. If I'm incorrect about that, y'all let me know. Because the Frenchman have been in jail a few times. I'm thinking that I heard this was what he did during the final stuff or whatever. So I just want to say, ladies and men, because some men be getting beat too. Y'all, these toxic relationships, they are so fun. I'm speaking from experience. They are so fun. The good part of these toxic relationships, y'all, is, when I say is good, the good part of the toxic relationships, y'all, is good. The sex in these toxic, abusive relationships, y'all, is good. Some people, you know what? I just hit it on the head. I want to tell y'all, for anyone who doesn't know, sometimes it's fear that keeps women from leaving domestic or toxic relationships, right? Y'all, sometimes it be the sex. It be such an addictive thing that it's the, the highlight of the relationship or whatever. So you focus on that. You forget all about being smart. You forget all about being safe. You forget all about the fact that you're a mom. You can't have your kids around that. If you want to go risk your own life, okay, fine, but you got kids. But y'all, sex does keep a lot of these women from leaving. I'm trying to tell y'all, I know. Right? But ladies, obviously, we can't move like this anymore. There's DV cases flowing galore. There's one every freaking 5 minutes. I can't even, y'all, I used to love YouTube. I can't even watch YouTube, like scrolling for stuff anymore without it being a DV story. And it's in our community now. So, unfortunately, y'all, you gotta leave your Mr. Wrong right where he's at. RIP to Dutchess. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Y'all make sure y'all like the video, hit the share button, and y'all, any corrections that you need to make to my video, I don't mind. You don't have to treat me like I'm a news reporter, but I do my best to make sure that I don't tell anything intentionally incorrect. So see y'all in the next video.